There you go.
So if you were into like Sonic Youth and things like that, you might have gotten into Blonde Redhead. I like them a lot. I saw that they're opening the next leg of the Tool tour.
Oh, really?
And this is where it starts to get complicated. They announced this morning that Tool and Blonde Redhead are going to play Toledo. They're going to play the Huntington Center in Toledo on May the 4th. So if you didn't see them here in Cleveland and want to, you know, go west, young man, you can. Those will go on sale this Friday morning. So Tool and Blonde Redhead at the Huntington Center in Toledo in May. Now, a couple of weeks later, Tool will be in Columbus because Metallica has had to drop out of Sonic Temple. We talked to Gary Spivak, our buddy with Sonic Temple. He's the vice president of that whole shebang. And they do a number of festivals around the country. Company that does Sonic Temple does a handful of them, and they had Metallica locked in for all of them. So I don't know. I guess it's going to be on a case-by-case basis, but the Sonic Temple Festival, which is the 15th, 16th, 17th of May down in Columbus, was going to have Metallica doing 2 nights. They were going to headline Friday, they were going to headline Sunday, and then Slipknot was going to be in the middle. And Corey Roddick was Johnny on the spot with this, because he sent me a message really early this morning, goes, hey, Chili Peppers had this on their page and then pulled it real quick. Dang. And then the confirmation came a little while later that Metallica has had to drop off Sonic Temple because Hetfield just got out of rehab again. So now that Friday night headliner is going to be the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You ever heard them, Bill? We play them every so often on WMMS.
They're pretty obscure, but I've heard a song or two.
So
Sounds
the
familiar.
Red Hot Chili Peppers will replace Metallica on Friday night, and Tool will close the festival out on Sunday night instead of a second Metallica set. So you could do a hell of a lot worse than that. You might be somebody who doesn't really care about Metallica, let alone 2 full nights of them. Not full nights, but headlining spots.
I'm more interested
from Metallica
in it now than I was when it was Metallica, because I'm not a huge Metallica fan. But this would be very cool to see.
I feel like this might be my fault.
Tool.
Because I emailed them and I was like, hey, if you guys want a better version of Metallica, I have a cover band called MARYTALLICA.
MARYTALLICA, yeah.
And they were like, we'll look into this for sure. But I hadn't heard back yet, so...
What's that sound like?
It's like, Peter Pan, peanut butter. It's new stuff. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Peanut Pan, peanut butter.
He's our sponsor for this.
Okay.
You know, the off to Never Land.
Oh,
That's
Enter
part of the
Sandman.
peanut butter. No.
But what you're going to notice is that there is no MARYTALLICA as part of Sonic Temple's realignment here.
But it hasn't been confirmed yet. I'm just saying I might have had something to do with this by undercutting the payment.
But they've already replaced Metallica with Tool and the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, but that's not official yet.
No, I'm looking right at it. They made it official this morning.
Is that they're not picking me?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they didn't pick you to replace Metallica with your goddamn Peter Pan music in a headlining spot.
That's what this song is.
This is MARYTALLICA's
some more of that
take.
Peter Pan. Yes.
Well, I can't tell you I hate it. I cannot tell you I hate it.
Does it make you want peanut butter and jelly?
No, but
well.
I mean, as far as, you know, I'm a Jif man, please.
Oh, come on.
Nevertheless, if MARYTALLICA is going to get out there and do some stuff, so what are the rest of the, what are the rest of the lyrics?
Oh, man, we're still working on it.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't even kicked in yet. You can give us a sneak peek right here. It's going to kick in here, the new Peter Pan / MARYTALLICA ad campaign.
Say your prayers, eat your bread, and then put in some jelly, and you'll be real happy. Da 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 da. Then you gotta eat some chips with your pickles on the side, cause it is in your belly.
Wait, yeah, okay, wait.
Eat with both lips open, gripping your tongue real tight.
Gripping your tongue real tight.
Gripping your tongue real tight.
All right, get the chorus.
Into fights. Take his hand. You wanna eat Peter Pan.
Can I?
What is going on right now?
I would tell you I hated it if I hated it. And, I've heard worse. Yeah. I've really heard worse.
But so we're still waiting to hear back.
Wow, okay. Listen, there's your sizzle reel right. On the strength of that, I don't know how they could say, Wow.
I didn't know Mary
you
was
converted
fit.
me. You converted me in
See?
60 seconds.
You're welcome.
Now, I have never heard of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with chips and a pickle.
Well,
but
we're talking full meals here.
we're doing new things here.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
going to be a cart set up, like a pierogi cart, but for peanut butter and jellies.
Wow.
It'll be on stage during our set, and we'll throw them out instead of guitar picks.
Can you just throw out Uncrustables?
No, because they're not made with they're not made with Peter Pan peanut butter.
Can't they make? Can you find a way to do something like that?
I could cut the crust. I could cut them into circles and put them in Ziploc baggies.
That's a start.
Is that better?
It's a start.
It's very labor intensive.
I like an Uncrustable. They're very good.
Listen, all I'll tell you is that you've come a long way in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the official statement from Sonic Temple is that due to the health and recovery efforts of James Hetfield, Metallica is canceling their headlining performances this year. And as I said, they'll be if you won tickets from us, just FYI, they're replacing Metallica on that Friday night with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they're replacing them on Sunday night. Tool will close out Sonic Temple. You could do a hell of a lot worse, by the way. But James Hetfield showed up at some Eddie Money tribute show over the weekend, and he had just gotten out of rehab. He went in like before Christmas or something, and James Hetfield has had his share of issues with substance abuse over the years, and trying to get healthy is always good. But I'm kind of surprised at this, and maybe it's just Sonic Temple. Maybe people who listen to us in Kentucky have got tickets for Loud. What's that thing called? They got a handful of festivals. There's like Louder Than Rock or Rock City. I don't know.
Louder Than Rock City, I believe is what it's
Yeah,
called.
Louder Than Rock City.
And here's Hetfield doing "Baby Hold On" at this.
Think about it low now. I'm gonna give you what I need. So baby, hold on to me. Whatever we will be, the future is ours to see. When you hold on to me.
There you go. So they do Sonic Temple. They do something called Welcome to Rockville, which is in Daytona Beach, Florida. They do something in Louisville, Kentucky, I think. They do the Epicenter Music Festival in Concord, North Carolina. Sonic Temple. Maybe those are the three. Welcome to Rockville. Yeah, Daytona Beach. Hometown. Yeah, something. Anyway, if you're going to Sonic Temple, you get the Chili Peppers and Tool instead of 2 nights of Metallica. Which, whatever. But I'm curious if that's going to affect Tool also playing Toledo 2 weeks prior with Blonde Redhead.
Well,
because I would travel to see
they can probably get people in from like Michigan and Indiana for the Toledo date that wouldn't come down to Columbus.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think it would be a different
Yeah,
draw.
but they just played Detroit, too. That's what I mean. Tool was just here. Like, they've done a leg of the tour hitting
but
the major
people still
markets.
want to see them, and I think they're a big enough band that they'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
So they'll be okay.
Hey, when you were walking through the Metro Parks yesterday, were you near that condo fire?
That was 2 blocks from my house.
That was later
Could you feel
in the
the
day.
heat in your basement? Did it
No,
warm you up for a little while in
it
your
didn't,
cold,
but-
dank basement apartment?
There was like a boom, not like a loud boom. I thought it sounded like thunder. And then my lights went off. My power went out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple minutes. And then it came back. And then it, like, maybe 10 minutes after that, you started to smell smoke.
Here's one of your neighbors.
Oh my God! Tornado! Tornado!
You didn't hear anything like that, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Plus, if it's a tornado, I'm in the basement. I'm safe AF.
Okay.
Not if it collapses on you.
No. I thought tornadoes, you're supposed to go in the basement.
But the whole building could collapse on you.
Tornado, you're supposed to be in like a bathtub or something.
I have a bathtub.
Do you have a bathtub?
I do.
Is it an
I
old-timey...
took a shower today.
In the
in
tub?
that tub.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Right?
Yeah.
Took a shower in the tub.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got like a little handheld shower head? Is that what it is? You got to take it off the thing and run it
No.
all over yourself?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
But
Is it like an old-timey clawfoot tub that you got to get in there?
wish. I want one of those. I think that they're not very conducive to actually showering,
That's
but
what
they
I'm saying.
look cool.
Everybody wants one until they get one and they're
'Cause
like,
then-
this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the curtain has to go inside the tub, so you got like
Yeah.
no space to actually take a shower.
Yeah.
Bad.
But they look cool.
Well, aesthetically, people who are looking on Instagram, they
I
go,
think-
oh, sweet, and then you get one, you're like, ugh.
I could have one of those, but also have a shower. You know what I mean? Like one of those stand-up showers with like the glass doors.
A stand-up show. Hey, everybody, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
That's where I'll
That's what
practice
I
my
have,
bits.
yeah.
It's Mary Santora's stand-up shower. I think you might have just stumbled into a new bit.
There you go.
A new night you can do somewhere.
Yeah, the stand-up shower showcase.
Stand up and shower. So it's the comic is behind a shower curtain.
Okay.
And they're not really showering, obviously. You can do some effects or whatever.
But it's shower
they're
thoughts?
It's
Shower thoughts.
Yeah.
You're behind a shower curtain, so you only see their shadow.
Okay.
And, you know, for a lot of people, it's the visual aspect that might make the audience think they're funnier than they are. This way, solely.
You don't know what they look like.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I kind of
Right?
like this.
Yeah. Something to think about.
I like it.
So you're at your house,
Santora's shower thoughts.
and you feel the fire from this condo building.
We don't feel it. I
Oh.
smelled it before anything. I smelled the smoke and kind of like I was getting ready to leave to go downtown. And as soon as I walked out my back door, you saw like the whole sky was black from
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah, I saw Gab posted on her Twitter
Yeah.
that there was this giant fire. She had a pretty crazy video of it.
This
And
was a
then-
place that was still being built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was like condos.
I text Mary. I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure you're not on fire.
No, it wasn't my building being on fire, but it was right there, and it was they closed down 90, so there was traffic everywhere between like Hilliard and Detroit, and that's right where I live, and it was impossible to move. But other than that, it was a couple blocks away, but it was pretty intense. You could see like the just
Well, there's, like-
billowing smoke and
Yeah.
flames from my apartment. You know,
My buddy James, he's a photographer, and he had a friend flying in, and his friend got video from his flight
Oh,
of
geez.
the fire from like an airplane.
That's
Like, you
crazy.
can see it pretty, like it was a huge fire.
it was huge. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're if you're a photographer, you want a good billow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want just kind of a wisp.
No,
you
yeah.
want a billow when it comes to your smoke. So the cause of that fire is still undetermined. But it's not like anyone was displaced from their apartment because the thing was still under construction.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's a bummer.
How does something like that
It's
happen?
So good that nothing. no one got hurt.
Combustion?
Someone leaves something on. Someone.
Oh, like a gas line or something?
Well, like if you leave like a heater, they have a lot of heaters and stuff like that. There's a million things that could go wrong on a job site. That's why there's so many safety rules.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Damn nanny state.
And there's also, dumb kids that could be in there messing around,
Playing with matches.
smoking
Those hooligans.
reefers.
Yeah.
They're in there
Smoking drugs.
Yeah, they're smoking reefers in there, and then they don't put one out properly, and then poof.
Oh,
you got a
they could be
fire.
in there taking the pot, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Oh,
My
my
goodness. High as a kite.
These
there was a
damn
kid-
kids and their planking.
You know,
Maybe could it have started from all the planking fires, Bill?
if you put two planks together and rub them, maybe?
Very, very
Start a plank
briskly.
fire?
Yes.
I blamed Mary though.
He did. He was like, quit taking selfies, but that's how fire my selfies are, baby. I'm on one today, man. I had a lot of
you're on
coffee.
one. Yeah.
I had coffee and eggs
And a leather jacket
yogurt
and the whole
a leather
thing, yeah.
jacket.
Eggs will get you this fired up.
I haven't had sufficient breakfast in a few days. So
Okay.
when I actually eat like a protein-packed breakfast and have some coffee, I feel very good.
Huh. Like with a Belvita breakfast biscuit, you mean?
You
Like
could
one
say
of
a
those?
Velveeta.
Yeah.
They usually give me 4 hours of
Oh,
sustained, just sustained natural energy.
Of course. Come on.
I like to eat them right before the show, Alan.
Protein packed. Well, calm down, man. You get too much sustained energy.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 hours is great.
Maybe eat 2 out of the 4.
Yeah.
I'll
dole
save
out-
2 for
yeah,
later.
yeah.
Okay.
Dole out that energy, man.
Little by little.
Just in a good mood. I've had such a good weekend and a good couple days, and everything's great. Life is
Okay.
good.
Well, you know what that means.
I'm gonna cry tomorrow.
Everything is about to crash and burn.
Dude, I said
Your life
that.
is going to be like a currently under construction condo complex in Rocky River, featuring 24 luxurious low-maintenance condominiums on 4 floors. Prices starting at $335. Oh, Rocky River, you're adorable.
335.
$335.
$3.35.
Who's moving into all these condos, by the way, is what I want to know.
I have a lot of theories about these.
Oh, I love
Nobody
it.
now.
No, I love, well, not these, but
But
I
I'm
mean,
saying, but like after these, after they demolish what's left of it, can you just rebuild in
well,
the same
yeah.
spot?
I mean, unless the company that's financing it just goes, we're not going to.
I'd be like,
I
hey!
have no idea how those things work.
Is-
Then
this
it's
where-
cursed.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't this where this fire was? You just built on top of this? Maybe it was an Indian burial ground or something.
It must have had headstones? What'd you
Indian
say?
burial ground.
Why?
Didn't move the bodies.
Just saying. I'm like, I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sleeping in here.
But where did you stand on the murder energy?
What are you talking about?
You would work? Would you would move into a murder house, but
No.
you wouldn't move into a burnt down?
I wouldn't move into a murder house either.
Okay. I think I would
I'm
move
gonna go on
into it.
record and say I'd also not move into a burnt down house.
Well, no, like if they rebuilt
They
it
rebuilt
on
it in the
there.
same
The
spot.
roof leaks, the walls leak. It's no. There was a guy that
The
emailed
decor
me.
is just bland.
Yeah, you're like, yeah,
Very
it's so
dark and
monochromatic.
depressing, yeah.
I need a pop of color somewhere. So, light a fire back in that corner, will you? Nice burnt umber. Yeah, Colin wrote me and he goes, hey, you guys were talking about this a while ago, but he said, I bought my house in Lakewood a few years ago. We knew from the neighbors that the guy who had owned it before us was an elderly widow of an alcoholic who had passed there. And then I was coming home one night and or he was in an Uber or something, and the driver goes, oh yeah, I went to school with a bunch of those guys, and then he was talking about the previous owners, and I said, that's my house. That's what Colin tells the driver. And the driver goes, you know how the old guy died, didn't you? And he goes, he was old? And he goes, nope, he was drunk, and he fell backwards down the staircase and smacked his head on the kitchen counter and died.
Oh my god.
He goes, and he just pulled me. He was like, all right, have a good one. Good night.
Yeah,
Bye.
I was like, I don't want to go in there anymore.
He's like, I don't believe in ghosts, but now I have an explanation for the large chunks of wood missing from the stairs of my back staircase.
It's
Just imagine, Mary, like your Uber driver just tells you that. You get out of the car and you open up the front door and there's just a man standing at the end
Oh
of the
my
steps.
god.
And then all of a sudden you're
With
like,
half a face that's bloody.
you blink
Ugh.
and then he disappears. Like you're
No
like,
way.
I swear I saw a figure right there in front of the steps.
Yeah.
No.
I was reading my daughter a bunch of those like scary stories for like little kids, you know. But these stories, they don't really have like an end to them. They just kind of, you know, oh, and then he went to the grave and the kid was not really there, but his sweater. And my daughter's looking at me like, what is this? I go, I have no idea. This book looks like it was written in the 40s. I have no idea.
I used to love those Goosebumps books when I was a kid.
We
those
always
were my
read-
favorite.
Those are for older kids though too.
In school, I feel like elementary school, we would read, they were called Haunted Ohio books. I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but they were like,
Then they talk about Gore Orphanage and
well,
all
they
the-
talked about different places around Ohio that like have this spooky history, and then they would like kind of put it into this one time that this and this happened, and we would read those. I think that was probably elementary school, but it would be like the Crybaby Bridge and like
Crybaby Bridge was down in Medina near us.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
I ever heard that one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like if
Crybaby
you
was
go
like,
there at a certain time and
you
park
could
your
hear a
car
baby crying.
because a baby was thrown over the bridge.
Well, yeah,
or
that's like
something.
that when James Rennie used to come in on Halloween. I'd have him in because those are stories from that book.
What's
There's like the Waterheads of Portage County or something.
There's all kinds
What's
of
the
stuff.
one-
Yeah.
Yeah, don't use the M word, Bill.
What's the one where the bus like got hit by a train and then like
park
now-
it on the train tracks and
put
you can hear the kids or
No,
something?
you put powder on the back of your car, and then your car moves, and then you get out, and then you see all these little handprints of like the kids moving your car.
Oh,
so it
that's
never
I
happens
just got
again.
chills, dude. That's terrifying.
Oh my God! Woo!
Go try it.
You moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you? You son of a bitch, you left the bodies and you only moved the headstones! You only moved the headstones! Why? Why?
You know, I was reading a thing that like Trump is building part of his wall over Indian burial grounds. I'm like, didn't you ever see Poltergeist, bro?
Come on, man.
Or Pet Cemetery?
That's why
or-
it blew over.
Man,
As long as he's
something.
building the wall. Who cares?
No, it's some. I don't know. They're talking. They're like, we're gonna plow this over so we can pretend to build. I don't know what it is, but all these like local reservations in Texas were all upset because they're like, those are burial grounds, and of course they don't care.
Of course not.
But still, it's like, haven't you seen a movie where
Come
they
on, man.
dig up the Indian burial grounds,
Look at
man?
those
Just
poor
movies.
people.
Man, your dogs and cats are gonna come back to life,
Unbelievable.
but they'll be changed. Sometimes dead is better. The ground is sour.
That is better.
Man. Anyway, boy, we've covered a lot of ground.
Yes.
MARYTALLICA to the burning of the Rocky River condo
Pet
complex.
Cemetery.
It might be a technique though. Maybe he's building it over the burial ground, so then like when the Mexicans inevitably build a tunnel, they'll have to like hit graves on their way up.
Oh,
Ooh,
maybe
it's
he
scary,
is a
yeah.
smarter guy than we think.
Yeah.
Don't move the bodies.
No.
Yep, just leave them there.
Just the
Down there,
headstones.
Yeah. So then the Mexicans will be cursed when they cross.
But what's that going to do if they just see bodies? So what?
They'll
be
scare
scared.
them.
And, but and
The
coffins
You think
ghost.
it's guys that are tunneling under the earth to bring drugs to America are going to get scared by some bones?
Yes.
These people like cut the heads off children if they look at them the wrong way.
Well,
The
maybe they get their
cartels?
heads cut off.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I saw some bodies on
Yeah, there's going to be some ghost justice.
Yes.
Ghost Justice.
That's what they're going to record and sell to Netflix. Ghost Justice.
That's right. I'd watch that.
Ghost
I'd
Justice.
absolutely watch Ghost Justice. Okay. I'm going to get you registered if you want to join us on March the 7th. It is the third annual St. Patty's Day run. We do a little bar crawl after it, but some of us are going to run first. The St. Patrick's Day 5K. Doogie and I are running, Mary's running, and then we're going to do a little bar crawl after. It's when we hook up with the